Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash of Clans. Today we're going to go ahead and do a little kind of recap on the WHF versus CWA war. WHF, you can see, beat us by 8 stars, 134 to 142. It was a 50 versus 50 war. Here are the details, the stats, and by the way, guys, today I'm just going to go over 6 replays that I really enjoyed. PB's actually going to go ahead and do the full recap, so stay tuned to his channel. I'm sure most of you, if you have any interest at all in Clash of Clans strategy, already are subscribers to Powerbang, but if you're not, make sure you check him out. You can see here, guys, the real story of this war, for us at least, came down to our Town Hall 9s. Early on, we kind of dug ourselves a hole, and look at all these 95, 97, 98, 99% attacks, tons of them on our side, and to be honest with you guys, we're just not used to going up against such well-designed bases that WHF had. They had some really solid bases at Town Hall, actually all Town Hall levels, to be honest with you guys, and that was basically the story of the war, guys. We had to use most of our Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11 attacks to dip down and clean up the Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 10s respectively. Today's episode, what I want to do is really cover some fresh attacks. So all the attacks that I show you are going to be the absolute first attempt against these bases, and we're going to start out with this really nice 3-star against Ward here. Now this is a fresh hit, but it actually was one of the last attacks in the entire war. I think it was the second or third to last. This attack actually came at a point where we were tied at the end of the match with about an hour or so left to go, but then of course they had a couple bases totally unhit, and one of them by Th10 here resulted in a 3-star. So let's see how Th10 goes ahead and totally dismantles this base. So very nice entry point here on the Queen Walk, opening up that corner wall there, allowing the Archer Queen to basically take out this entire compartment. That's what's going to be coming up here. You can see how he basically takes this base section by section, starting with around 6 o'clock, then slowly moving his way with each phase of the attack to around 9 o'clock here. It's going to end with the miners, and look at how much value here he gets out of this Queen Walk with the Grand Warden. Like I said, taking out this entire compartment and more. He's basically going to clear out the Inferno Tower, the enemy Queen, the Eagle Artillery, you name it. He's going to basically take it out here with this Queen Walk. Very profitable Queen Walk here, despite losing one of his healers right off the bat to the Seeking Air Mine, and I think he's actually going to lose all his healers here at some point. I believe his Queen goes down. We'll have to wait and see, but you can see already 29%. Then he deploys the miners coming in from around 9 o'clock, using the King to establish the funnel around the northwest, and basically picture perfect entry point here. Th10 has got to be feeling good at this point. The Inferno Tower is already down. He still has his Grand Warden ability to use on that far end Inferno Tower if he needs it, and you can see basically he hasn't lost a miner at all, because at this point in the raid, the Queen is still attracting most of that defensive attention along with the King up in the north. The King just finally goes down there, uses his first heal spell, and watch how patient. This is going to be a reoccurring theme here throughout all these attacks. WHF was very tactical with their spell usage, definitely not wasting any spells by any stretch of the imagination. So very well planned attack here from start to finish. Basically what I really wanted to show you about this attack, the reason I wanted to highlight this attack, is because this type of base design is so popular. I mean, it might not be exactly like this, but this is really textbook blueprint on how you dismantle one of these bases, with the big center compartment and then the kind of semi-big compartments all around it in a fairly symmetrical fashion. So that was a very nice attack by them. Another fresh attack. Moving right along here, let's go to Town Hall 10, and then we'll go on to the Town Hall 9 attacks here. So this is by Agent 33, and this is another very impressive attack. Now the base he's attacking isn't totally maxed out here, but notice level 1 bowlers, so it's not like the troops are 100% maxed either, and the heroes are not maxed either, well, the Barbarian King at least. So entering in here with 2 golems, establishing a very nice wide funnel. Obviously, don't need to tell you guys this, but the number one thing that can go wrong on these attacks, especially these boner attacks, is if your bowlers or your Queen funnel around the base rather than into the core. You need to take down one of these Inferno towers and the enemy queen and clan castle, obviously all the objectives. Now he has plenty of meat shields here using 2 golems, so it really buys him a lot of time. At Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11, on these boner attacks, I really like bringing 2 golems if you have to get all the way to the core of the base. Reason being, obviously, you need to accomplish more with your kill squad, and obviously your bowlers aren't maxed either. In this case, they're only level 1. So if you have to get to the core of the base, you need that time. You have to take down an Inferno Tower. So go a little bit lighter on the miners and a little bit heavier on the kill squad. Now, of course, you can't rely on the Eternal Tome ability as well, so you're really at a disadvantage. I think Town Hall 10 is really in a crappy position. It's always been a crappy position in the game. I think that, I hate to harken back to something that I mentioned, 9 months ago now, and it's something that I don't think is going to be coming to the game, but I really think like a level 5 Grand Warden or some sort of a troop buff to Town Hall 10 is necessary, because in my mind, it still shouldn't be easier to 3-star at Town Hall 11 than it is at Town Hall 10. Just doesn't make sense to me, but I digress anyway. Let's go ahead and fast forward here. You can see plenty of miners left alive. Another beautiful attack here on a fresh hit again, guys. It's worth mentioning that it's a fresh hit, and he swagged a heal spell at the end. He dropped on the Clan Castle emblem there, so very impressive attack. You're going to see swagging spells is going to be a reoccurring theme here for WHF. Not to foreshadow too much on this attack by Sir Good Pasture as well. A very nice attack coming up for you guys here. Again, another fresh attack against this base. Now, look at how well planned this attack is going to be. This is one of the most impressive Town Hall 9 attacks I thought of the entire war. Reason being, basically, he's going to create a very nice funnel for the Valkyries entering in this base, not utilizing a jump spell or wall breakers on the Valk entry here. He's just using 2 baby dragons, basically, to clear out the entire southeastern part of the base here. And meanwhile, the queen will be directed west, which is the direction, obviously, Sir Good Pasture wants her to go here. He's going to use a hog to trigger this clan castle, and after the CC is down, he's going to use 1 rage spell to keep the queen alive. But after that, guys, the queen's going to basically go unharmed all the way up till 12 o'clock, staying alive the entire raid, getting a lot of value out of this queen here, not only taking out the clan castle, but obviously taking out about half the base on her own here. So watch the funnel here on these Valkyries. Obviously, you see to the east there's a gold mine and a gold storage that's going to lure the Valkyries in perfectly to that wall, which is exactly where Sir Good Pasture wants them to go. He's going to utilize the jump spell right in that obvious area, right to the northeast of the clan castle there. So this is going to be absolutely textbook in terms of the sweeping motion that these Valkyries are going to make. You can see the queen there going around clockwise, just doing her thing there. The Expo actually targets the queen, which is great because look there's no point damage in the vicinity. By the time she gets to those archer towers, the Valkyries are going to long past take out that Expo. Meanwhile, the hogs come in from around 12 o'clock. What a beautiful attack. If you guys are looking for an example of how to absolutely dissect a base, piece by piece, part by part, this is a beautiful example. Really nice attack here. And I did say swagging a spell, right? You can see 1 rage spell unused. No thanks, no need. So a beautiful attack here by Sir Good Pasture. So those were the 3 that I'm going to share with you from the WHF side. Again, guys, go ahead and check out PB's channel if you want a full recap. I'm sure he'll have a much longer episode, but what I wanted to do is kind of cover different types of attacks on fresh hits so you can see what type of planning, extra planning goes into these fresh hits that are our successes. So now on our side, I want to go ahead and show you 3 attacks on our side. Again, all fresh hits. We'll start out with this one by Redwood Original here. So Redwood is actually going to... Redwood just got his miners up to level 2, and this was his very first 3-star using miners. So huge shout out to Redwood Original. He's one of our guys in Red Elite, actually, who usually goes up. He usually 2 stars Town Hall 11s as a Town Hall 10. That's been his role in the clan for a long time now, but finally, he has the chance, now that he has these level 2 miners, he feels comfortable with them through friendly challenge practice. He finally feels comfortable enough to hit these bases, and it was a nice 3-star for his first attack here. You can see very, very easy access to this first Inferno Tower here, able to rage the Valkyries right into the Inferno Tower. Has 31 miners plus the clan castle of miners as well. Obviously, you need to take down these golems, and this is something that really haunted us on the WHF bases in this war. They all had golems, all the Town Hall 10 bases. I hope PB and crew don't mind me giving up their defensive clan castle compositions, but every single one of their Town Hall 10s did roll with the golems in the clan castle, and that presented a challenge to us because basically miners dominate the landscape at Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, and obviously the #1 enemy to a miner in the clan castle is a golem, so it's not rocket science, but it was difficult for us. We kind of mixed up our clan castle compositions. We didn't have all exclusively golems. We had like a kind of a mix. I always roll golem in the current meta right now, but you can see here that Redwood was able to do a nice job of getting that golem down using the kill squad and then allowing the miners to enter in the base from the northwest, taking out that other Inferno Tower, and once both Inferno Towers are down against this base, it's essentially a Town Hall 9 at that point, and the miners can do quick work taking out the rest of the base. Now, it would be nice to have a wizard or two to help with the cleanup here, but either way, Redwood was able to finish off the raid and get his first 3-star using miners, so huge shout out to Redwood there. So let's move on to our Town Hall 9s, a couple BoLaLoon, some air love coming at you guys here. Our guys at Town Hall 9 love air attacks recently. You're seeing a new resurgence, especially using the BoLaLoon bowlers in the clan castle. You can just get so much value out of the bowlers, and you can see Invincible here is going to go ahead and use 2 golems, so it's a shattered BoLaLoon. You can see he's still rocking the two lava hounds as well with a 13 balloons, so plenty of power on the LaLoon portion of the attack as well. Obviously, bowlers in the clan castle. Nice easy funnel here, and look at all the value he's going to get out of this kill squad here. If you look at where the jump spell is, all these troops are going to move right into the core of the base. They're going to be able to take down 3 of the air defenses, trigger that clan castle, take out the enemy queen, get a lot of work done for only having it basically be the kill squad, the heroes, 2 golems, a couple wizards, and the bowlers in the clan castle. And then it's going to allow the LaLoon portion to finish off the rest of the raid, utilizing those 3 haste spells as well. So very, very well planned here. Just like the previous 4 attacks, if you're looking for a good blueprint on how to tackle one of these bases, especially if you can find a way to get to a core where you're going to have access to 3 of the air defenses against a base design like this, it's a really, really good strategy to use. You can see being very, very patient on his queen's ability, waiting for the enemy queen, and eventually his queen gets to that final air defense. You can see the only remaining air defense is way, way on the southern tip of the base there. So basically just deploying his 2 lava hounds, very standard composition here, and he's going to be using the 5 balloons he has left, as well as the 2 of the 3 haste spells on this southern compartment there with the Teslas as well. Just a very smart deployment of the balloons here. You can see those balloons right to the west of that air sweeper, kind of flanking the air sweeper, keeping things moving along here. He still has 1 haste, doesn't really need it, but he'll use it engaging those last remaining defenses there over in the east. So another very, very, very nice attack here. Very well planned for the first attack against this base. Very impressive stuff here, and you can see plenty of balloons alive at the end here. Again, probably didn't even need all 13 of those balloons. I don't think he lost 1 there. Certainly didn't lose the lava hound, and that's going to be the case when you only have when you have 2 lava hounds and only 1 air defense left on the map. So finishing things off here, another 3-star, and let's go ahead and finish off this episode with another BoLaLoon attack against a different type of base design. So let me see, what do we have next here? Alright, it's going to be this attack here by Caldrogo against KC. So while we watch this attack, let's go ahead and move on to the CWA community Cork board, where you guys can send me your questions, comments, critique, clan shoutouts, whatever you have on your mind, and I will answer it at the end of every episode, or at least I'll play it at the end of every episode. So if you have your questions or comments or whatever that you'd like to submit to me, go ahead and email me them at cwabasedesign@yahoo.com.
Hey Ash, it's Th9 here from War Empire. I am trying to master the LaLoon attack or the Queen Zap attack, and I can't seem to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I've had some recent epic fails. Do you send in the lava hounds before the loons, or do you send in the loons and then the lava hounds? Thanks a lot.
Hey Nittany Fins, thank you for your question and shout out to your clan, War Empire. To answer your question, it's actually a really great question. It may sound obvious, like you might want to always deploy your Lava Hounds before your balloons. Essentially, they're tanking for your balloons. But the answer to your question is actually much more nuanced, depending on the base you're attacking and depending on exactly where you're attacking from and what angle you're deploying your balloons and your Lava Hounds from. Now, more often than not, you are going to be deploying your Lava Hounds right before your balloons, but not much spacing in between. Think of your Lava Hounds as having two roles. Number one is obviously triggering any air traps that are in the vicinity to keep those away from your balloons and onto the tankier Lava Hound. And number two, and this is where it gets a little bit more nuanced, is you want to deploy your Lava Hounds from an area into the base where it's going to be distracting wizard towers on its way to an air defense. So if that makes sense to you, what you want to do is when choosing where to drop your Lava Hound on the base, try to pick a path that will take the Lava Hound from your drop point, crossing the path of a wizard tower, and make that wizard tower face the opposite direction of the point of entry for your balloons. So basically, you want to keep your balloons as safe as possible from wizard towers, and obviously air defenses as well, but essentially that's going to happen naturally because it's going to run right into an air defense. So that is the role for your Lava Hounds. Your balloons, if you can enter from a point in the base, maybe like a back-end balloons, or again, certain type of bases where there's just not a wizard tower A or an air defense in the vicinity, you might get away with deploying some balloons before the Lava Hound, but in most cases it's going to be the Lava Hound before the balloons. Now obviously the raids that we just watched, the previous two raids, are great little blueprints to show you how to deploy efficiently your balloons and your Lava Hound, and something that I just mentioned earlier but it's worth re-mentioning again is make sure there is a little bit of spacing, a little bit of time from your Lava Hound to your balloon, but not much. You want to make sure they stay relatively close to the Lava Hounds because you don't have a ton of time on these air attacks. You need to make sure the balloons can get there and clear the area before the Lava Hound pops and is destroyed. So if you're looking for more LaLoon tutorials or information, I actually put out a few videos in the recent week all having to do with BoLaLoon, GoLaLoon, and just straight up LaLoon with a queen walk in the beginning. Go ahead and check those out. I'll include those in the description below if you want to go ahead and watch them if you haven't already. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to Powerbang and the entire crew from WHF. It was a pleasure to war them. They were great attackers, and hey, you win some, you lose some, but you definitely always learn something in all these clan wars, as with everything in life. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care guys.